No, somebody just heard racist comments and they went, "Oh, this is going to be bad."
This is going to be a bad show.
But it's not. It's not. It's not racist. I'm just throwing out words again. As have you ever seen the? I think it's called the Rad Show.
No.
Old school. You know Reddit.
Yeah.
Well, you do you know Rose, not Charlie Rose, Kevin Rose.
Yeah.
You know about him?
Yeah.
He used to do the. I'm pretty sure it was the Rad Show. I know somebody'll fix me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up because I want to be exactly right. And I always wanted to do the exact same thing that these guys did. Totally Rad Show. Yeah, Kevin. Damn, it started in 2007.
Wow.
Final episode was last year. Yeah, Kevin Rose, Albert Albrecht, and Kevin Rose. They would sit down, dude. They would do Edward 40-ounce hands. You ever seen that? It's like Edward Scissors.
Yeah.
They would duct tape a 40-ounce, cold 40-ounce to their hand, and you couldn't do anything. And if you did it with both, and they just drink the entire time. Half the time they were effed up before they even started the show. And they would talk about anything tech and movies and shit, and it was just funny because they just sit around on a couch, and that was the whole premise of the show. Sit on a couch, drink, bullshit about the web, and yeah, I fell in love with Kevin Rose, not in a gay way, but that's okay if it was a gay way.
It's okay.
But unless you're in Utah,
then it's forbidden.
man, you know, imagine what would happen if Utah allowed gay marriage. And on top of it, not only gay marriage, but multiple husband gay marriage.
It would be a revolution.
I think that would be nuts. Wow, I just thought of that, man. You could get a whole movement started. I wonder what that would look like if we hired somebody to write an article and do a PR release that Utah is going to allow plural gay marriage on their next election. Man, that would hit. Oh my God, that would hit. Now that would be proof of marketing right there.
We could get it released on like all those bogus news sites that everyone believes on Facebook, and it would go, like viral.
And put up pictures of like two guys, you know, or three or four guys standing around, a couple of lesbian women, you know, just like they were posted, and have maybe like a news guy. You just see the microphone in front of a woman and the play button, and there's nothing else. There's no video, no nothing. Oh man, we could totally do it.
We could do it.
Totally do that. It'd be launch that bad boy into PR web. You know, the UtahInquisitor.com.
They pick it up.
This is so bad. See, guys, it's not the SEO show. It's Frank's Got a Twisted Fucking Mind show.
It's all
but
good.
I'm telling you, man, you and I would have so many interviews. There would be news teams going, "Who the hell? Why did you break this news story that's not news?"
It was picked up by the New York Times. Do you realize that?
We could be on Snoops.com or Snopes.com.
Snopes.
They'd be like, "No, this is not real."
No, it's not real, and Frank Schwartz and Byron Lee are frauds.
They start off in a twisted way. I wonder how many people right now watching this show or watching this video are going, "Damn, I'm going to Google that to see if they've already done it." It might happen. It might happen. My twisted sense of fun.
We might get bored later today.
Oh, you better. My wife will kill me. Oh, so man, do you have a fun weekend camping?
I did, yeah. I sat around the fire and cooked. Well, actually, I didn't cook anything, but I just sat around the fire, hung out, did nothing.
Well, you drank.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
but
how blasted were you?
Well, the first night I was, yeah, but I kind of had to tone it down because I realized, well, I'm gonna run out. You know,
No,
I'm about 3 hours back in the woods. No.
you slowed down not because your liver was going to fail, but because you were going to run out. And even in the back hills, the cops don't like DUIs on those holiday weekends.
It's true. They're back there. It's like you can barely get a bicycle down these trails, and they're out there.
Big 4x4s. That's what I loved about my the farm that I lived on. Man, it was unbelievable.
Nice.
Well, the cops show up with something. Is like we had a break-in, and the cops were like, "So you own a gun, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Just shoot them. Don't call us." He's like, "You got enough acres back here. You can shoot them, and there ain't a damn thing. Nobody's gonna come digging up your land looking for somebody." We had 384 acres, so
Yeah,
it was prime real estate.
for sure.
We never saw a cop.
Nice.
Never, ever, ever. So it was always fun. But yeah.
So what do we got today, man?
I want to talk about Cloudflare and
Cloudflare.
and this PBN thing that kind of launched today, but not naming so much the system, like not going over what the system is and if it's really good or bad, but highlight some of the things that a service like this may be negative towards PBNs. Just my opinion again, and it's being taken without using, without buying, and without having a review copy of the software or the system. It's just my looking at what the system is and what it may or may not do.
Yeah.
So, Cloudflare, man, I use it.
Yeah, I use it.
Because Matt Cutts and Google said using a CDN or a content delivery network helps because of the speed. It's basically caching your system, your whole website, without you having to have 50 plugins.
Yeah.
I used to hate development because while you're working on something, you're not seeing the changes, and it's like, oh, damn it, I got to turn off the cache, or cache, as some people like to call it.
Cache. Yeah, that always sucks. Or I would get people to do work for me, and a few times I figured out they didn't really do any work, and they're like, oh, it's just a cache. It'll show up in 24 hours. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I checked the files, and there's nothing edited. Like, I have access to the FTP, and nothing's been done. And they're like, no, it's cache.
Yeah, and you're sitting there going, okay, history, clear history. Nope, didn't change. Clear from the beginning of time. Yeah. I'm like,
flush DNS. Try the computer across the street, dude.
Check my cell phone. Exactly. Check my iPad. Grab the Kindle Fire. Nothing's changed, dude.
Not working, dude.
Maybe it's the website. or GoDaddy has a tough time updating those files instantly, so it's like, I'm not on GoDaddy.
Yeah, we got a 48-hour GoDaddy cache. I'm on Bluehost, dude.
Oh, I'm laughing so hard because, well, that's what fucking happens.
Yeah, it does.
And it's like, if you just would have done what I said, I'd probably keep you on payroll for a long time, but
that's the thing. You gotta BS me, and then like I have someone else I hire them, and they do it in 30 minutes, and there's no cash involved, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, and that's the thing is most of the time my cash was all me. I just didn't pull down WordPress cache plus and. It was like, what the hell? So I stopped using those damn things because I would always forget. Pain in the ass. But, Cloudflare, I used it a couple of times, and then, then with Private Blog Network, everybody's like, get a different host, change the name in GoDaddy for your registration, hide your phone number. You want to do this so your C block IP is different, and okay, great. I've got 50 freaking hosts. I've got right now I'm at like 380 some URLs. I just picked up 10 more completed sites, man.
Nice.
This weekend. Awesome
In a
sauce.
package or separately?
No, Flippa.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
About 100 bones a piece. New
Yeah.
sites, no traffic, no AdSense, no nothing like that. They're not. There's nothing out there. The guy's just making them, putting them up, and I'm snatching them, launching them, and
Wait.
hiding them on Cloudflare.
Oh yeah.
But with Cloudflare, I mean, and listening to other SEO guys who have been testing it longer than I have, and I've been using my account probably 8 months, but hardcore probably 4. And they're like, yeah, dude, we've been doing it for a year, and we're having like Zippo, trackback from Google. There's like no punishment.
Wow.
I still changed my registration.
Yeah.
I have a sneaky way of doing that so that I cover all my who's is and who's dats and
Who done it?
who's done it's and all those. But yeah, and get it all done and ready and up and running and link it out and offer up links and do all that fun stuff. But I'm loving Cloudflare, man. It's I love the fact that when you get attacked, because I use WordFence on site
Yeah.
and Cloudflare in front, and man, if they start to see a attack, man, they're on it.
Nice.
I had a 50,000 crawler spike in one day. I never got a hiccup that I know of. I mean, nobody sent me a warning. So,
Wow. That's awesome.
what do you think about it?
Well, I think it's good. I have seen those stories out there where people say, yeah, as soon as I started using Cloudflare, I had all these problems, but I've never tested it extensively enough for me to know either way. So I'm really interested in it. I only have a certain segment of my network is actually or certain segment of sites is actually on it. Just for the simple fact that I haven't had the time to sit and do the testing on it, which I need to. But.
Well, I am going to, in the chat box, let me open up the chat, and it talks about crawl errors and what not to do. And this is straight from Cloudflare. When working with Google webmaster tools and stuff, and it says watch out for your 400s and your 500s. But if you have that, it's not because they're trying to break your site. It's because something's not talking to Google correctly. So your webmaster shit's showing, a bunch of 404s, but you don't have any 404s, and it's going, oh, well, I guess there's a little snippet that needs to be looked at. And they say hook up with like Pingdom, Status Cake, Monitor.us, and UpDown, and monitor your site, whether you use the free or the paid. Definitely make sure. Don't block US bots.
Oh.
Don't block certain IPs. I think are in the 60s. 66. The 66 dot to a large block, which are Google, and it's just saying don't block most of the Google shit, and you won't have issues with if you start messing with your HT access and all that stuff, you're gonna piss off Google. So no matter what you do with Cloudflare.
Well, I think that's where people are probably getting in trouble is they're throwing Cloudflare up and they're not even looking at some of this stuff. They're not reading. They might not even know they have all these problems, and then all of a sudden whether they are having ranking drops or not, or whatever the problem is, I mean they probably don't even look into this.
Well, and the funny part is I think a lot of people, when they say we've got to hide from Google and not have footprints,
Yeah.
is they say we got to keep Google off our sites. Well, if you do that, you're never going to rank in Google.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're telling Google, don't find out what I'm about, but my rankings suck in Google, well, let Google crawl you. They're looking for really crazy ass stuff to shut you down.
Yeah.
I have some sites, like my one state site that I've showed you.
Yeah.
I mean, within 24, 48 hours, 50,000 page one results.
Dude, it's crazy. I was just looking at the sitemap, just checking it out and just randomly typing in searches. Boom, you're like right up there. You're like in the top 5 on like almost every one that I was searching for.
Well, and I know a lot of people just went 50,000 page ones. Come on. No, seriously.
Really, yeah. I legitimately have looked at least several dozen of them myself, and I have complete faith there's really 50,000 page ones.
Oh, and that is a small percentage of the pages that are out there. And yes, it's a churn and burn site for a specific reason. And literally, these are test sites. These are blow up sites. These are sites that I'm gonna make a crap load of short term money.
Yeah.
They are not empire building SEO sites. But I can tell you this: I love the AdSense that comes from it when you just have such beautiful things that happen quickly. But yeah, no, I mean it's I forgot where I was going with that. Son of a bitch.
Let's see. State site, Cloudflare.
Oh yeah, well yeah, and that's okay. And hiding from Google with the Cloudflare is still allowing Google to come in and crawl it. Now, that's what you need to do. Now, my registration for the site is a different company. I have it registered under a different company name. I don't have webmaster tools on it. I'm using PWIC and Newstat Press to see how many things are ranking, or how many pages are crawled, how many people are on there, what the average stay time is, where I'm at in the SERPs. But in all instances of Google looking, it's not me.
Yeah.
The FPT, the mail clients, all that stuff are totally different than what Google would find for Frank Schwartz. And, are they going to eventually get a hold of this information and do things? Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's one reason why they want us to go with HTTS. We have to handle a certificate in our name. I mean, that's like either having your wrist tattooed with your Auschwitz number or carrying a state-issued ID for Google.
It is, or having your little tracker embedded in your arm. It's like pretty much, if they're pushing that, there's an ulterior motive, because the only reason you'd need an SSL is for sensitive information. Most sites on the internet do not transfer sensitive information, and I guess if they consider your name and your email on a contact form sensitive information, then maybe a lot more sites would fit that. But there's only a certain portion of e-commerce sites. There's a lot of e-commerce sites, but there's not. I doubt even 50% of the internet is e-commerce.
I think
probably.
I'm thinking like 8 to 12% is an e-commerce, and anyways, with that, why do I need to have a certificate for my site? I'm not handling the credit card stuff in-house.
Yeah.
I'm not swiping your credit card, through an email. You shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You got PayPal, you got merchant accounts, and that's a plugin that stays away from your servers anyways.
Yeah, that's why, there's Google Wallet, there's PayPal, there's Stripe or whatever it is. Well, I think Stripe might require an SSL, but all those other third parties that they leave your site, they go to the secure page, then they come back to your site. So realistically, a lot of e-commerce sites, you can do a lot of volume and not even need a certificate. I've done that before, and I
Well,
just use PayPal. You know.
exactly, and that's what I'm saying is Google Wallet, PayPal, my local bank, all of them. Yes, they should have SSL certification. They should be registered. They're all of that stuff should be handled, but not on frankschwartz.com.
Yeah.
If I'm accepting PayPal, just like JVZoo and anybody else, once you start the process, you're off-site using them, and then they bring you back. Cool. No, I don't need don't give me your credit card information. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't even ask you what your birth date is. I don't even ask if you hacked the credit card, if it's stolen, or if you're a prince from Uruguay and you need help embezzling your money out of the country, which is numerous felonies.
Hey, $50 million, man.
Hey, man, that guy keeps upping his thing. I swear. Just give me one of the oil fields. Keep your cash. Give me one of those oil fields that you talk about. Plus, if you're being hunted by your country and being ousted, I don't want my name in the newspaper. Frank Schwartz helps an ousted prince move billions of dollars offshore.
Millions in blood money.
Frank Schwartz, the new blood diamond merchant. The gods of war. Oh, this PBN software, man. Let's get down to it, because we were just talking about Cloudflare and hiding from Google. I think if you use anything that centralizes your business, I mean, you're just doing like a Las Vegas neon sign, Atlantic City neon sign right to your face and saying, here I am.
Yeah.
That's why I have a hard time with using plugins that centralize your WordPress stuff and will auto-post and everything from inside. You're sending out from your IP that you're dumping information to all these other WordPress blogs, and I would think, in theory, that pathway is going to be there. Now, you can spin your IP, but I don't see anybody spinning their IP of their host, especially if you're on a shared server. How are you're rotating if you're in the server, in a virtual private server, you can run your software there, but on the WordPress, you can't change your IP from where it's hosted to not show these streets, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I mean, a cloud-based product is still based. It's centralized somewhere, and now all of a sudden, and this is a huge launch, and again, I can be completely wrong, but let's say on the small end, 1,000 people buy it. Now, in the grand scheme of the internet, 1,000 people being on this is not a lot.
No.
But now they're all going to the same areas, because they're not hosting things on 1,000 different servers. Yes, it's cloud-based, but it's still, the cloud is a server.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the AWS by Amazon, or Amazon's cloud-based stuff is on a server. It's not literally a cloud that like floats around the world and drops rain. It's
cloud is just a concept, and it's actual physical computers, physical servers. I mean, technically, if I wanted, I could rent out my laptop sitting here as a cloud, and I could host some sort of file sharing system on it that people could access. It's the same thing. It's physical machines sitting in racks.
But you have, in order for it to work right, you have to have a static location for your laptop.
Yeah.
For me to be able to communicate with it. Now, all of a sudden, me and 999 of my friends start jamming down on your laptop, Google's going to notice that traffic. And now they're going to want to know what the hell's going on, that there's 1,000 people communicating, and
Yeah.
now you're hosting websites on your laptop. And even though you pick it up and move it to your neighbor's house, once you plug it back in, you're still that static thing. And there's still 1,000 people coming and going to it. And the only reason that I say this is I have VPS.
Yeah.
And I know people have dedicated servers, and they have static numbers connected to them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have a static number, and I add a WordPress site to it, and it has an IP. Google's going to know that IP, just like GoDaddy's going to know that IP, just like anybody who comes to visit you is going to know that IP. So even though the C block is different in a name, it's still in a centralized location and eventually could be found.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's my theory, is this cloud-based thing is not, ninja poof, you're gone from the world and nobody can ever find you. I mean, shit, look what just happened with the iPhone cloud and being hacked for porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you tell me if some hacker can find porn in the iPhone cloud, Google can't find our sites in a blogging network out there.
I agree. The thing that gets me is kind of like you said, any mechanism that centralizes the information or centralizes the fact that, hey, I'm using a PBN, or I have this out here. The best PBN is always going to be the one that you've got in a spreadsheet that's not connected, completely separate hosting, nobody knows about, there's no trail, there's no nothing except the document that is on your computer, which, you know what I mean, it's not going to get out to anybody. That's in order to, the people who are going to survive, and they're still going to be ranking with PBNs in 5 years, 10 years, depending on where Google's at, if they still use links, which I'm sure they probably will. But those are the people who are still going to be ranking. The people who are centralizing, trying to make it easy, trying to do all that, I see the writing on the wall, whether it's in a year or 2 years. I mean, imagine if 5,000 people sign up for this thing. All of a sudden there's 5,000 people trying to make, on a PBN, and they're just...
I have not seen the sales stats, but I do know that they already cracked $100,000 in 4 minutes.
Wow.
That's the stat that I had passed on to me, and I was asked, are you on it? And again, I am not slamming software. I am not doing anything. This is basically me talking out loud to see if the centralized aspect. And the cool part about like Cloudflare, and this is just, again, the concept is you, me, and 1,000 of our buddies all have these dots here, and when you change the name server stuff, it all shows Cloudflare. You change it. I mean, pretty much everybody's got Anna and things. So it's almost like a universal, IP.
Yeah.
So Google can't really say, well, you're on Anna, and oh shit, so are 400,000 other ones. Well, they're literally going to have to say, well, this Anna server is blacklisted.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to come down.
Everybody.
Well, you think Cloudflare is not going to be arguing with Google about that?
Yep.
I mean,
They're going to be saying we
they're
have
going to be on the
legitimate
phone. I mean, before Google does that, they're going to be calling up Cloudflare and going, "Hey, we're going to take Anna down. We're crashing anything connected with that." Well, Cloudflare has huge companies that use them that pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
They're not going to let that shit fly. I mean, so it's like okay, cool. Well, I don't think this PBN thing that's out there is working in that sense. It could be. I don't know. If you do know, if you bought it and you've used it, please comment, email us, whatever. Let us know what the hell is going on. I'm not going to get into that loop. I mean, I still like to keep my shit scattered around the world because, like you said, if I have a hard time tracking it, not that Google's dumb, but if they're scattered all over the place, Google's really not going to see a big threat with one or two connected sites that are connected to me. But I'm doing a
Yeah.
pretty good job of hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, don't use spreadsheets to keep track of your crap, man.
Okay. What do you use?
Well, I don't use anything until in about an hour and a half, but it's a PBN tracker, which is a nasty name for it, and I'm trying to talk to the developer about that name.
Yeah,
I
that is
hate that
that
name.
makes me think. Ooh.
Exactly, but it's basically a desktop software that is
Okay.
like a Rolodex.
Okay.
It's got the drop downs for like Host9 or GoDaddy or whatever.
Oh,
You can
cool.
put in your IPs, your passwords, and the cool part is the passwords, once you put them in, they're also encrypted. So if somebody's looking over your shoulder, they're still not, if they happen to get
Yeah.
your name, the IP, but it keeps track of all your login shit,
Oh,
and
nice.
it's really cool. I think it's $40. I think it's $40, and that's why I came across it yesterday, and I'm doing a review about it. Now, I'm not putting in the links. If you wanna look, you're gonna have to contact me or go to my other pages. But yeah, I'm gonna grab it and then do a review on it because I am not an Excel spreadsheet dude. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Curators, curation gurus, content marketer.
Oh, that was me.
That's a sales page.
Yeah.
That's a
I
sales
was looking
page.
for it.
Content marketers. No. You know what? Let me do this real quick. I wanna see where. What do you think? What do you think their sales are at?
I don't know. I
They've
was
been
looking.
open for at least an hour, probably two.
Let's see.
At least that.
Yeah.
I wanna see. Come on. It's got to be in the top sellers for today.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
to
I would
affirm
imagine.
it. Wow. Oh man, I'm sending all this traffic to my affiliate stuff and nobody's buying. You 18 people, stop killing my links. So affiliates, top sellers. Let's see if this is on a. Oh wow, jeez, they have 100 site package.
Wow.
Damn, that's good. Nope, that launched right to their sales page. I don't want that. I want that.
Yeah, it'll start talking. I just had to pause it.
No, I don't know. Maybe because I might not be able to see it because I am not an affiliate.
Hmm.
Trying to. Let's see. I'll go into here. Oh, damn it. Oh, shit. Very nice. Holy crap.
What?
Yeah, they're over 1,000.
Wow.
Damn, their numbers look really good. Conversions over 34%.
Holy crap.
Wyatt. Congratulations, Wyatt. Nice job.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn it, I should have promoted.
I was thinking about it.
No, and again, and I'm fair. I am not slamming Wyatt or any of the guys connected to it.
No,
I
we're
don't
just
know about
talking
it.
our opinions.
Yeah, it's just a theory of a question. It's nothing to do with their product launching on our day, subject to talk about, and Cloudflare's been talked about a lot the past few days for me and my group, and it
Yeah.
just so happened to coincide, completely coincidental. And again, I am not promoting it and to keep everybody on the up and up, or to keep me on the up and up for everybody. I'm not going to promote it.
Yeah.
So I'm making no money. So if you want to go out and get the Cloud PBN, I'm sure you got an email. I know I've gotten 20 of them already.
Yeah, I'm up to like a good dozen.
It's nuts. But hey, go get it, test it out, let us know what you think. Please. I'd love to know your opinion. I'd love to know what you're using it for, how you're using it, and how many sites. I mean, they're selling a 100-site setup, and from what I understand, you're able to build your sites in it.
Yeah, I was just looking at the features. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's basically
everything.
Well, you remember Hue?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same concept, except instead of it being cloud-based doing what they're doing, his is desktop-based.
Oh, okay.
And I do have Hue's stuff and have played with it and using it, and for what I'm doing and everything else, it's slick as shit. And it's not because I won't promote two things that are similar. I'm not promoting Wyatt stuff, and it's nothing against them. Again, it's just I'm not.
Yeah.
I also don't mail for everything in the world. If you get one or two emails from me a week, you're lucky.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. My thing with my guys is I will promote it if I've tested it, and if it's on my desktop, I've got to be using it in order to promote it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Yep.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, same thing. Something I tested, some cool little app, throw out an email for it, but 90% of the emails are just like, hey, check out the show, check out this free stuff,
Oh, well, on my profile on my wall yesterday, man, I put up, you got to check out this whiteboard mobile phone app.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid anything to do it. They're just going to give me like a T-shirt if people sign up to beta test and use it. It is a kick-ass concept, and I can't wait to try it out because I'm putting up a whiteboard on my wall. I've got some guys coming in to install it.
Nice.
Well, it's going to be the whole wall, but I'm not going to paint the wall because I don't want to F it up and have to move out.
Yeah.
So it's going to literally be rolled out on my wall, and they install it, yes. And when they rip it down, I'm going to have to paint, but it's not going to, I don't know. They're doing something where they said they're not going to damage the shit. And
interesting.
If they damage it, it's their insurance, not mine.
Very true. Very true.
But, yeah, so this thing, it'll take what I'm doing on my whiteboard and broadcast it to people who are watching my video demonstration.
Yeah.
As if they're sitting in the room watching me, and it's slick. You got to check it out, man.
Nice.
Just go watch. And the sales page is awesome. It's the whole page.
So
it's a huge video of this demonstration, and it's like, this is so freaky awesome. So yeah, I was quite impressed, and I said, "There's two things I want to know: when's this damn thing launching, and how did they do this with their sales page? Because that is the smoothest sales page I've seen in a while."
That's awesome.
All right, my man. Listen, I'm gonna turn white.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I decided
White
everybody, yeah, break out my InXS artist. Actually, there are people actually drawing this and rendering it as we speak right now.
We have a team of 10 virtual assistants right now who
They're drawing it as I move. No, but some people said that the floating head was freaky and they didn't like the black background. So I decided right now to go with the white.
I like it. I like it. I've kind of got the blur on the background going on. Hopefully it looks pretty decent.
Well, it does make us enhance you.
That's the point. I like to be enhanced, so you're not focusing on what's going on back there.
Dude, you know they have Viagra for male enhancement.
I know. I just like to use this kind of enhancement instead.
Okay, all right, I
It
got you.
makes me feel better.
Now, somebody just started looking through their Google Hangout settings to see where the hell I just got that settings from, and literally you can't do it, guys. It's virtual assistants hand drawing this as we speak.
Yeah.
All right, my man, listen, it's going to be a shorty today. Well,
Yeah,
it's not even
that
a
sounds
shorty.
good.
It's been a frickin' hour. I want everybody to remember, vote us the #1 SEO show, Facebook, your local newspaper, call your news teams.
Yep. Call up your local rock radio and just request us, even though they might not know what's going on.
That would be hilarious. If anybody calls their local rock station and requests the SEO show, record that shit. I want it. Man, that would be a great contest.
It would be.
There
We
he
should
is.
give something away and then like use it in like an intro clip or something, the soundbite.
That, you know what? I may have to kick up a couple of bucks on that one, man. We're gonna have to figure out. That would be cool.
It would be.
Hi, this is WWZ. What can I help you with? I'd like to hear the WSO show. The fuck are you talking about? When they come out? Oh, this year. Haven't heard of them. Call back.
Haven't heard of 'em.
Hey, did you see a new album's going to be coming out by Faith No More?
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that.
They are trending on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, I'll have to check it. I've been trying to avoid the Facebooks this morning.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't either, but I had a bunch of calls and
I had 40 frickin' messages within 4 hours.
yeah, I don't check that stuff, and it's like I'll look on my phone. It's like 98 notifications. I'm like,
Now, see, I can't do that. Anthony Aries and we were on a webinar together, and I'm like, dude, you have 99 plus notifications. He's like, yeah, I get tagged by everybody, and I'm like, yeah. When people tag me, I unfriend them. Don't tag me. Somebody put up a big graphic that said, stop tagging me in stuff that doesn't matter. And then in real small print, it said, to me. He's like, people are tagging him in pictures that aren't even him. He's not even in the picture. I'm like, that's just a waste. What the hell? That's not marketing. Guys, if you're doing that, that's not marketing. You're feeding off of somebody's name, which is actually a copyright infringement. I mean, they can get you for numerous legal things because you're trying. I mean, what? Please tag it Brad Pitt or something. I mean, go after his lawyers. Don't piss mine off.
exactly.
Friday, I will be releasing my porn tape. It will be for sale on Vivid.com.
Okay. We'll can I advertise it and get my affiliate commission off it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll send you your affiliate link.
All right.
It's called Fat and Fabulous Over 40.
I've been waiting for it.
I'm kind of trying to. I'm testing out niche specific porn, kind of like you can launch a book on Amazon in a very small niche
And be a bestseller.
Yes, I'm thinking about this in the porn industry, and I'm going to try to get a hold of Brad Goss and see if he can help maybe, promote the Fat Fabulous Over 40. Frank. I mean, that's a lot of F's right there, man. I didn't even think about that.
I think you might be the first one in the genre.
Hey, well, then I am guaranteed a bestseller, and I can put as seen on, like Vivid.com.
Yeah.
How come nobody does that? They do like Fox News and stuff, but they don't put up the little badge to the porn sites that they left a comment on at 3 o'clock in the morning. As seen on. Yeah, see, it can go twisted very quickly.
It could. It could go twisted.
So if anybody wants an affiliate link, hit up the show in the comments or on YouTube, and I'll get those out to you. You know, I'm really going to look into this now.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
I have to see what it would take to self-promote a porn video. Not that anybody will buy it. Not that anybody will want it. Not that I can actually do it because my wife will divorce me and things. But it'd be interesting. Again, I love information about marketing, and niche-specific porn could be a bestseller.
Yeah, it could be. In fact, I think it will be.
Maybe I can write a book about that and put it on Amazon. How to launch your porn career. Oh.
2 birds, 1 stone. You can actually launch your career and then write the book about it.
On the same day. I was able to hit
day.
2 bestseller lists in the same day from 2 different places and 2 different medias.
You speak at the next convention, be like, okay, I got 2 bestsellers within 2 hours of each other. How many of you can say that? That's how guru I am.
Raise your hand if you'd want a copy of my book or my DVD.
I've got the tape right here.
And people will be like, what? I'll be like, well, we don't have it on DVD. We have it on VHS.
It's on VHS.
Or
Actually,
Betamax.
I made duplicates of the little 8mm recording.
Yeah, we went old school film. We wanted a nice aesthetic effect to it, so we did shoot this with film and not
No sound.
No sound. Yeah, you didn't want to hear me crying in the corner. Oh, all right, guys. Listen, the SEO show. I'm Frank Schwartz. That's Byron Lee.
Byron Lee.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
All right, see you guys. Have a good one.